The morning that changed everything. A silent danger after 60-inch. A story every older adult should read before taking that next vitamin pill. Part 1. The ordinary morning that wasn't. It was a gentle Tuesday morning in late October. The kind of morning where the light falls just right through the sheer curtains, painting golden lines on the living room carpet. For 68-year-old Richard Callahan, retired math teacher and grandfather of 4, it began like every other morning. A glass of water, his daily crossword, and, of course, the neat little line of vitamin bottles on the oak kitchen shelf. He had taken them for years. Vitamin D for his bones, vitamin E for his heart, a daily multivitamin, 1 or 2 supplements he couldn't even pronounce, but had read about in a health magazine. He meant well. He always did. But by 9:20 a.m., everything changed. He reached for his coffee mug and missed. His hand trembled oddly. When he tried to speak, the words came out garbled, like his tongue was made of cotton. His wife, Marjorie, panicked. She'd seen stroke signs before in her own mother. Richard was rushed to the hospital. And that was the beginning, not just of his recovery, but of a truth most older adults are never told. Part 2. The silent accumulation. In the hospital, tests were run. There was no obvious cause. Richard didn't smoke. His diet was reasonable. He walked daily. But something in his blood work alarmed the neurologist. His calcium levels were too high. His arteries calcified more than expected for his age. His blood pressure spiking erratically at night. And then the neurologist asked a simple question. "Mr. Callahan, are you taking vitamin D? If so, how much?" He was 10,000 IU daily, sometimes more. He'd been taking it at night too, just before bed. He thought he was strengthening his bones. But in truth, he was overloading his bloodstream with calcium, stiffening his arteries, and unknowingly crafting the perfect conditions for a stroke. What Richard, and so many like him, never knew was this: too much of certain vitamins, especially fat-soluble ones like D and A, can build up quietly in the body over time, turning helpful into harmful. And by the time symptoms show, the damage may already be done. Part 3. A story that echoes. Richard's story is not rare. There's 74-year-old Patricia from Seattle, who took high-dose vitamin E thinking it would help her skin and circulation. She ended up in the ER after a brain bleed. Turns out she was also on aspirin for her heart. No one told her that vitamin E thins the blood, dangerously so when paired with medications. Then there's Carlos, 79, a widower from New Mexico who began taking a popular energy supplement he saw on TV. He loved how it made him feel alive in the mornings. But when he began stumbling and falling, he assumed it was age. Only after a bad fall did the truth come out. His supplement had mega doses of vitamin B6, which over time damaged the protective sheath around his nerves. The tingling, the numbness, the weakness, it was vitamin toxicity, not aging. No one told him, no one warned him, because no one thinks a vitamin can hurt you. Part 4. The hidden risk of doing everything right. Older adults, especially those over 60, are often told to take control of their health. They try, they read, they buy, they follow advice online from well-meaning friends or glossy supplement bottles. But the aging body doesn't process pills the way it used to. The liver is slower. The kidneys filter less efficiently. Circulation becomes more delicate. Even a safe dose of a vitamin in your 30s might be too much at 70. And yet, the labels don't say that. The warnings aren't printed in bold. Take vitamin A, for example, often found in skin or eye supplements. Most people believe it's harmless, essential, even. But in high doses, especially over time, it can increase pressure inside the skull, mimic stroke symptoms, and even cause vision loss or confusion. The scariest part? It builds silently, just like it did for Dorothy, 81, a piano teacher from Oregon. Her symptoms, blurred vision, headaches, dizziness, weren't from her age. It was her daily eye formula that had quietly flooded her body with vitamin A for years. Part 5, When Help Becomes Harm. Let's talk about niacin vitamin B3, promoted for heart health and cholesterol. Many older adults are told to take it, sometimes even prescribed by doctors. But niacin doesn't just help your heart. In high doses, it causes blood vessels to suddenly expand and then constrict, leading to unstable blood pressure. That's what happened to Frank Miller, 82, who started having hot flashes and dizzy spells. His wife thought he was having panic attacks. In truth, he was suffering from niacin-induced hypertension spikes. It culminated in a mini-stroke that left him temporarily unable to speak. Again, no warnings, no signs, just a well-intentioned man trying to protect his heart and hurting his brain instead. Part 6. Real health starts in the kitchen. So what's the answer? It's simpler than it sounds. When Richard Callahan was released from the hospital, his neurologist gave him a prescription unlike any he had seen before. It wasn't a pill. It was a grocery list. Real food, balanced food, food your body recognizes. Breakfast was now 1 boiled egg, a half avocado, a small bowl of berries, a slice of whole grain toast, warm lemon water. Lunch included leafy greens like kale or spinach, grilled salmon, quinoa or brown rice, olive oil, lemon, and herbs. Dinner, like a vegetable stew, maybe lentils, and always hydration throughout the day. Within a month, Richard's energy returned. His blood pressure evened out. His clarity came back. His sense of self restored. He looked at his now empty supplement shelf and said to his wife, "I wish someone had told me sooner." Part 7. The wake-up call that could save a life. This story isn't to scare you. It's to arm you with the truth. You don't need to fear vitamins, but you do need to respect them. You must ask questions. You must read labels. You must speak to your doctor before adding anything new, especially if you're already on medications, because the risk is real. Too much of the wrong vitamin at the wrong time in the wrong body can be worse than doing nothing at all. Part 8. What you can do starting today. If you're over 60 and you take supplements daily, ask yourself, do I know how much of each vitamin I'm taking? Am I also getting these nutrients from food? Has my doctor tested my blood levels recently? Am I combining vitamins with blood thinners or heart medications? Do I take fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, K at night instead of in the morning? If even one answer raises a red flag, pause, reassess, get guidance, then walk into your kitchen. Choose the blueberries over the pill. Choose walnuts over brain support formulas. Choose spinach over synthetic folate. Choose conversation, water, sunshine, movement, because health is not built in a bottle. It's built bit by bit with every conscious, gentle choice. Final thought. You are not too old to start anew. Your body still listens. Your brain still responds. Your heart still heals. It's not too late to take back control of your health. If the story spoke to you, pass it on. Share it with a friend. Talk about it at dinner. Start the conversation we all should have had years ago. Because sometimes the smallest habits hold the greatest risks, and the simplest changes hold the greatest power. The morning that changed everything for Richard, it became the morning he started living again, with clarity, awareness, and hope. Let it be yours too. Hit that subscribe button and join us on a journey through the timeless wisdom of the older generation. Don't miss a single life-changing lesson.